Need my hat on to mount the mic, right? Need that. Where are you, handyish hat? No, I leave it outside. That tracks. Of course, it's a heck of a lot cheaper than the other one, and it's a lot cleaner when you buy it. This is like 3 years, I think, of. I do wash it, but then the sweat stains start to grow and grease, and everything else. But it'll serve our purposes today, just to hold the mic. So I'm going to demonstrate at least how to use just the tools that come with it, if it comes with tools, which usually they do. But I do have power tools that, of course, will set at the lowest setting, and then just grab whatever's laying around, right? Little safety scissors. Can I open this with safety scissors? So here's our big old box. By the way, this is an unboxing and putting together of a Vanity, a very small, I don't know, ish, Vanity for my second born. Here we go. Might help if we, like, got the chair out of the way a little bit. Of course, I don't want to see what's under it. Pretzels. I see pretzels! Oh, man. So, let's just dive right in, shall we? Okay. Packaged in styrofoam. I mean, it is what it is. Environmentalists don't like styrofoam, but people that like their stuff showing up not busted up kind of do. I mean, it does a nice job. It's just unfortunately impossible to find some place that recycles it around here or anywhere, question mark. And it takes, I don't know, wasn't it like over 1,000 years or something? Look it up for yourself for this stuff to break down. So basically it'll go in a landfill somewhere. If you're lucky, it'll go in a landfill somewhere and just stay there for a long, long time. All right, we got our first box of parts. We'll see what that is. We've got our destructions. Vanity desk. We have a plexiglass. It's got a safety film on it, but it's got like privacy plexiglass door, looks like. I'll probably try to assemble it right down the middle. So I'll put parts on either side for you to see better. Pre-drilled and whatnot, so we'll see if all those holes line up. Usually there's one that doesn't. We've got our backs. Try to point the numbers toward myself so I'll be able to read them. And we have the all-important, very important mirror. Right now, she on her nightstand is using like this, I don't know, 6-inch round mirror. Poor kid. So what ends up happening then is she goes in the bathroom all the time. And we've got 3 other kids that use that bathroom. So that's not a popular thing. Like, I don't know if you can see that. It's transparent, but it's like a glue thing. Like, maybe they put that in there so it doesn't shimmy around so much. I don't know if that'll have to come off or if that's supposed to stay. Maybe it'll be in the destructions. There is there no number right there, number 8. That was a 2019 9. Another 9. We'll put those together. Oh my heavens! I knew, like, this is a small, relatively small footprint Vanity here, but I knew it was going to take me a long time to put it together because there's just so many parts. 15. Now I can actually leave these in here. They're the bottom 2. Uh-oh. How? On the very bottom, with styrofoam under it, what have we found? Great. I don't know if you can see that. We've got a crack running right through this thing. Yeah, it's a good crack, all right. So what do you guys do in a situation like this? Do you pack it up and send it in and say there's a crack in it? Crack right through here. How? And there's so much stuff on here. I guess we'll wait and see if I can reinforce it or if it looks like it'll be fine. But that crack runs almost all the way through the thickness of the board. This side, it doesn't show on the edge. This side, it actually shows it going 3/4 of the way at least through the edge. So it's cracked worse on this side than that, but it's cracked all the way through on the one side. Shoot. Okay. Well, we're gonna go drive. We're gonna drive on, folks. We are gonna drive on, and if that's the only damaged piece, I might be able to reinforce it where you can't see it. If I can reinforce it where you can't notice it anyway. I mean, I've got scrap wood, right? But not everybody has just tons of scrap laying around. This is a problem. And the box looked good. Nothing else is damaged. So I'm thinking that piece got put in the box already cracked. Whoever was putting it in the box either wasn't paying attention, didn't notice that it was cracked, or they cracked it and put it in anyway, or they noticed it and didn't crack it or didn't care enough to. They just put it in the box. I don't know. This is Thailand. This was made in Thailand. Supposedly, you got to, I don't trust all of that because there's some shady deals going on where they'll ship stuff from China to Thailand and then package it in Thailand or relabel it so that it can come into the U.S. and avoid tariffs and things like that. So who knows where it really comes from? But it says Thailand. Furniture tip-overs can be fatal to children. To minimize risk, always use the tip-over restraint provided. So in there must be some kind of thing to attach it to the wall or otherwise somehow keep it from tipping. Don't place a TV or similar items on the product. We would never do that, right? Do not let children stand, climb, or hang on drawers, doors, or shelves. I mean, they're going to want to. So use the anti-tip thing. Only one drawer. I think all my kids now are old enough that they ain't going to be climbing on the furniture, we think. Store the heaviest items in the bottom drawers. Absolutely. So those are very good tips, safety tips. And I'm thinking we'll probably be starting with these. But let's just hold our horses. Let's use the instructions. I don't always do it, but if I'm making a video for you all and it's this much, let's use the instructions. And, no words, just numbers and letters, which I guess is good if you got a language barrier. Now, they do have a little bit of English here at the beginning and French. Please read all instructions carefully. Retain instructions for future reference. Yeah, I usually throw them in the bottom drawer or something. Separate and count all parts and hardware. We're in the middle of that. Read through each step carefully and follow the proper order. We recommend that where possible, all items are assembled near to the area in which they will be placed in use to avoid moving the product unnecessarily once assembled. Yeah, because they don't want this thing to break. Ours is already broken. Keep all small parts and packaging materials for this product away from babies, children, as they pose serious choking hazard. All right, we have on page 3 a picture of the assembled product. So we can refer to that, like, does this make sense, what we're doing? We'll see. Whoa. And we have a what do they call this? A broke apart view of the product. Oh, I got one more light I could turn on. I want maximum lighting. Maybe just a smidge. I don't know if that made it any better or worse. Indifferent. There we go. Fix that too. So again, now that the light's on, there's your broke apart look. All right. I'm going to assume we have all of the parts. There didn't seem to be any voids in the packaging. Well thought out for packaging. You're just checking you have everything here. I guess I'd be more concerned with the hardware kit. It does have a power cord. This goes into it, so you got power USB, full-size USB, C-type USB, and then two 15 amp, I would assume. 12 amp, two 12 amp. It's a 12 amp power strip, essentially, that goes built into the furniture. Cool. C1 X, which is like foam pad, the sticky tape on the side. We've got stickers, maybe for labeling the drawers. That'd be kind of neat. I don't know. That's L. B, and this has ink. Somebody drew on next to the B. It says B5 or BS. Maybe somebody has a sense of humor. But it's got the regular B, and then it has an ink pen S next to it, whatever that means. Another ink pen modified here, FD. Interesting. BN, and then they modified the N to make it look. Let me show you what I'm talking about. A lot of these have writing on them. Like, can you see that? See, it's BN, and then they extended the leg on the end to make it look like an H. Huh. So several of these are like that. We have an O. Little pins. I think those are shelving type pins, maybe. H is a couple L brackets. Unlabeled screws, like 1/2-inch screws, countersunk. Probably for the backers, maybe? I don't know. K, we've got some longer woods. Well, they're not pointy on the end, so they're already the holes are already there. They're pilot drilled. K. And then we've got those, I think these are for cam locks, aren't they usually? I don't know. AN. Wood dowels, BN. Not with the modifier to make it look like an H. BQ. The Q is handwritten. These are casters. And I think this is for the bench that slides into the furniture. So that tells me, okay, so it's two pieces when you're done. So it should be easier for me to move in there. And the drawers, I would assume, come all the way out. So I should be able to move the furniture. I think most people probably be able to move the furniture fairly easily. But again, the less moving you do, the less chance you have of messing it up more than it already is. F, and then it was an F, and then they modified it to be an E, maybe a T. And that's a magnetic catch for one of the doors. And then I have shelving pin bracket things, F, and then they modified it with an S, FS. AO, these are cam locks. Q, we have a couple of drawer slides, Q. And a couple more drawer slides, Q. So we've got 2 drawers, looks like. And the box is empty. Can we start going on assembly finally? I don't know, maybe. We are on step 1. We're assuming we had all the parts because I wasn't checking as I was going. Make sure you do that. Number 1. We are looking for part 1, which I remember putting it down, but I don't remember where. I think I have them all where I can see them from right where I'm sitting. 1's right there. So we're going to get our number 1. Number 1. We're going to set it down just like it shows us in the picture because the orientation sometimes gets me all messed up. So I have the picture this way, which I guess would be backwards for you, but I could do it over the shoulder shot, but we'll just leave it alone. Then we need a magnetic catch, which I just had, right? Right here. ET. It says ET there. That was a T. And it comes with 4 screws. Perfect. And it says that we're going to put those, it's pre-drilled right here. If you can see those 2 little holes. I'll probably time to zoom you in. Let's see if I can zoom you in a little. Maybe just to 0.75, 0.7. Let's do 0.7. Dot, dot. Oh, gosh. I said 4 screws. It's actually 6. Just, I guess, extras, maybe. And the magnet side points this way. Magnet points that way. And then this piece we'll be using somewhere else. So we're actually going to hold on to this for the moment. We'll put that right back. The catch plate and 2 of the screws. In fact, we'll put 4 of them. We only need 2 for the magnetic catch there. So just hang on to that. Zip that back up. Set that back down. Okay. I feel like for these little screws, a drill would be way overkill. I'm actually a little surprised. No, it does not come with any sort. Make sure I'm not lying to you. I don't think I saw any tools. Yeah, a lot of times they'll come with a simple tool kit. This one didn't come with. I'm glad it didn't because I've got lots of screwdrivers. So this is going to take a number 1 or number 2 screwdriver, one of the small ones. It should work. It's a little on the small side, my screwdriver is. But as long as we don't strip anything out, I'm happy. Are we going to go in? Are we going to bite? Come on now. Oh, I see. It just barely drills. It just shows you the spot. So you're going to have to put a little bit of pressure, straight down pressure. Don't get it all crooked now, to turn this in there. Don't tighten that one all the way down. That way you make sure the other one lines up. And again, it's just kind of a flat bottom drill hole just to show you where the screws go. So you'll have to do a little pushing. Not a lot. Don't go crazy. Snug is good. All right. Step 1 is that and BN times 4. Not the modified BN. It's the wood pegs. The little dowel rods. We're going to put 2 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be 2 holes on this side. Oh, there's. Oh, it looks like there's 4. The other 2, the outers, are for the cam locks. So we're going to put them on the inner. And if you wanted to, you could certainly use some wood glue for this, but it does not say that you need to. And I'm not gonna, but you could. You could. Oh, both sides, yeah. Okay. That's part of step 1. We're still on step 1. It says that's piece number 1. Piece number 2, which I think was one of these long ones, looks like in the picture. This is number 3. Yeah, that's the cracked one. Oh boy. Oh boy. We'll see. We're going to see if this holds together, and I've got it on camera. At least I can show them. I can take a screenshot and show them if I need to. Number 2, and they show it oriented this way. Yeah. And we want 2 dowel rods. For this side. Again, you have the cam lock holes too. These dowel rods go just inside of those. Push those in. I usually don't push them till they bottom out, in case they drilled too far. That way there's something for it to go in on the other side. I just kind of get a good start. Then we have AN6. Oh gosh, their dowel rods go on that side too, don't they? No, not for this piece. For this one they do. AN6. No, AN times 6. So AN little cam screws times 6. We need 6 of them. 6. All right, now here we got to be careful. There's a lot of holes, and some of them are for these and some of them aren't. So we've got these 2 lines. We're going to go this one right here. And we're going to screw that in if we can get it straight. So the hole closest to the middle of this one. Make sure you've got the right orientation though, because that hole does not call for one. And that's not going to work. It's too small of a Phillips for that. So we're going to switch. I'm not going to run out and get another screwdriver. I'm going to go to my drill, but I'm going to be very careful. If you're screaming through the screen at me, no, don't use a power tool. I know exactly what you're saying. And that doesn't mean I won't screw up. It just means I know I might using this. So get the right size. And then on your chuck, make sure you're not full tilt, full torque mode. Get it nice and straight. And actually, that's as far as it's going to want to go. So I'm glad I had it low because I almost went right through that. Perfect. And this hole gets one. If you've got a Ryobi like mine, by the way, I'm at 13 torque setting right now. This is a 18 volt, that whole max thing. I guess I'll drop one of the shopping links somewhere in here. Hey, buddy. He says, can I get by? That's Leo, by the way. And then this hole gets one. The outer two holes over here get one. And that's it for this piece. And we're being careful with this one because it's got a crack. This one, make sure again we're oriented the same way. And it's actually the same way it's on the paper for me. I've got 1, 2, 3 in the right orientation. And for this one we need times $2 odds on that side. It looks like it's just opposite of that one pretty much. And that is it for this one. Number 5 we are now looking for right there. And hole. And there's nothing else to show orientation. So it's like this. And we're going to do AN 2 and $2 odds. So the AN here and here. $2 odds. Oh, no, excuse me, 4. So 2 on each side. Maybe I just dump these dollar odds out. What do you think? Just a little pile of them here. Kitty cat prowling around. And we're done with number 5. This, page 9 in the book, complete. That's step 1, is completely done. Step 2, page 10. We are doing some drawer assembly. It looks like, hey, buddy. Oh, he's funny. Cats are just funny. We've got our drawer slides. So grab a pack of 2. And are they marked Q1 and Q2? No, and the bag wasn't either. It was just Q. So I guess they're all identical. But on here, it says Q. Oh, Q is them together. If you pull it apart, I don't know why I'd want to pull that apart. Like, I'd really rather keep that just as it is. Do I have to pull it apart? Does it tell me I have to? If you want to pull it apart, I think there's right here a little tab that you pull up or something. It shows them apart. Oh, it's even got a little bump stop, that white piece. It like pushes into that to lock it closed. That's nice. Hopefully we can get that working the way it's supposed to. There it is. Ah, too easy. Too easy. But if you're like me, you know, might have taken you a second to figure that out. So, see this shape here? This piece, see how it moves? So it clicks in, and to get it out, just like the picture kind of shows, You're supposed to push down. Well, I just did it. I just did it. This little lever. Maybe from in here? How did I just do that? Oh, come on. Like that. Okay. So, might take some tinkering with. Let me try it a third time and see if it gets any easier now. This piece right here, I should pull toward me and it comes out. Okay. Whew! That seems like it was super easy. And it is. It just, with the picture, I'm like, what are they pointing to? It's that little plastic lever. That's really nice. I really like that. Okay. That's good. Now, I got to make sure I have the orientation right. I just pulled it apart and I lost the orientation. So let make sure you're paying attention to your orientation. I'm going to go ahead. Do I want to put this back in there again? Just to like make sure I know what I'm doing. 100%. You know. What are we going into, by the way? It says number. So the top of the page on page 10 shows you how to use these. Okay. So let's set these aside. I know how to use them now. Good. I do have a little bit of grease from that on my hands, but not enough that I took much off of it. Number 6 is the next piece shown on page 10. And 6 was right here. It's got that square hole in it for your power strip. We want it oriented just like the picture. So like this. Yep. And we need the AN times 2. I feel like I should just get some of these out and set it next to the bag, kind of like I did with dowels. All right. So 2 of those. And 1 goes here. And 1 goes here. Good. We have dowel rods, BN, one on each side. Here and here. And that's it. Number 10. Piece number 10. Orient it like the picture. AN times 2. And they're going to go in the obvious locations. One right here. And the other right here. And that's it for 10. Number 11. It's similar to, it's like the opposite to 10. Number 11. There you are. See how it makes it handy just to have all the numbers pointing towards you? It's one of those things that, well, everybody would think to do that. No. There are times in my past I did not do that. It does make it easier, though. So number 11, orient it like it shows in the picture. Although in that case, this either is pretty simple. But they do have them laid out a certain way, so I'm going to think that's for a purpose. We're AN again, times 2. And again, for these pieces, they're obvious locations. All right, that's it for number 11 for now. Number 12. And 12 and 13 are where we're actually putting the drawer slides. So super important. I'm just gonna like shove everything a little further away if we can get enough room for number 12 and 13. All right, 12 and 13. There's 14, 26. Oh, are these? Yeah, 12 and 13 right here. And it says 12 first, so let's go 12 first. It has it oriented this way. 2, 2, and then your drawer slide location. And your 2 cam locks make it probably the most obvious. My knees will probably be angry with me. If you have a nice elevated, huge table area, that'd be even better. I'm doing it on my carpet here. So we're going to go in again, this time times 6 for this. Both of these twin locations on the side. I'm going to back off a couple clicks. Might be just a little tighter than we need. So now I'm on 11. If you're keeping score at home, yeah, that's plenty. Where else? It said times 6. There, 2, 4, 6. The sizes make it obvious, or hopefully do for you. And now we get to put our drawer slide right here. So, and it specifies Q2, which is the outer part of the slide. All right. Is there an up and a down? No, but it'll be obvious. I'll show you here in a second. So we're gonna do our little trick here to take it out. Push on the tab. There it goes. Okay, if it doesn't work one way, it's supposed to be this way. Not that you can see what I'm doing. So we got that out. And our outer slide, the white backstop right here, is that way. So we're going to put that there. We're going to set this over here. So this part is Q2. The part that has the slide out here, and then that one goes into it. The outer shell, I guess you could say, with the white stopper, little rubber stopper, plastic, rubber, whatever. It goes this way. And it looks in the picture like it comes all the way up to the edge. And sure enough, the holes line up. Well, I think they line up perfectly, but it looks like I'm going to have to put a screw in here and then slide this piece out. I'll show you here. What screws are we using? It says N times 3. It should be our small bag, which is not labeled, but it is. It's the small screws. Okay. Oh, it is labeled. It's just printed right on the bag. It doesn't have the little white circle. So it's a different style label. It's labeled on mine, at least. I was looking for the round white piece of stick-on paper label. So it's the small screws, N. And we're going to go ahead and use the drill. Certainly could get away with a hand tool, and these especially, but So we're gonna drive. I'm gonna start with even less. Put that on 8 and see how that works. Okay, so we got that one, and then we're gonna slide this out to give us access to these 2 holes. So I'm on a pretty low torque setting on the drill. Number 8 out of, if it was all the way up, there's 24 for the heaviest. We're on setting 8. And I feel pretty comfortable with that. They're all snug. You can usually get it just a smidge tighter if you hit it a couple times, but just leave it on 8. That's plenty tight. I don't want to strip those. All right, so we are done with number 12 for now. Let's slide that back in. And I need to move this out of the way. I'm going to put it on top of number 14 for now. And I'm going to grab my number 13. And it has it oriented this way, which I like because it's closer to me. And we're going to have our ANs. Should be, yep, 6 again. Oh, go back up. Need a little bit more on these, so I'm back up to, what did I say, 11 before? We'd settled on, I think. Now, as I'm drilling these in, I do have some of this like laminate coating on the outside is coming loose, but that shouldn't show. Like the paint just chips or cracks. Not on all of them, but like that one, it did. I think that's probably normal. Maybe that's an indicator I'm going a little too tight, but I don't feel like I am in any danger of stripping, so that's fine. 2 more right here. Maybe back it down to 10. Yeah, maybe 10's the answer. This one cracked with 11. That one didn't crack with 10. Who knows? And then we have 2 dowels right here. And finally, for right now at least, we have the other drawer slide. All right, let's see if we can get this trick here. I push it all the way over and it just doesn't want to on the first try. There we go. And then it does. I must not be pushing it like all the way. I don't know. And our white stopper is going to be on this side. It looks like you can slide this out. Maybe, yeah, you can just slide it out and then you can see all 3. So on the last one, I was like, oh, do it with that in and then slide it. You can just slide it out and you can see all 3. Apologies. We learn, right? We learn as we go. Doesn't matter either way. Either way works. Now, I do want you to notice these are 3 tiny little screws. Okay, look at that. They're tiny. Those 3 tiny little screws are all that's holding these drawer slides in. 3 on each side of the drawer. Do you think you could overload them? Oh, yeah. So make sure, let me back this back off again. What did I say, 8 before? Make sure whoever's using this thing knows that there is a limit to how much you can put in. And you'd think if it's just like a drawer full of nail polish or something, or makeup, it wouldn't be too heavy, question mark? I don't know. I don't know how heavy that stuff gets. All right. That one's in. And we are done with page 10. Next up, we need that number 14. Ooh, I just dropped the corner. This corner just hit that. It's fine here. I don't see any damage there. Trying to be careful, right? So we've got 12 and 13 now. Sitting right there. Stay. And number 14 should be oriented. Are there supposed to be two 14s? It shows 14 twice. Right there. It says 14 and then it says 14. I'm pretty sure I only had one 14. So maybe it's just showing different things. Oh. One picture for this side, one picture for this side. Okay. So for step 3 on page 11, they're showing two 14s. If that wasn't obvious to you, it wasn't obvious to me. And it shows a little turnover arrow. Yeah, you flip it. Okay. So we're going to start on this side with our groove oriented just like my instructions. And we're going to start putting in the AN screws. It says 12 of them on this side. Oh my goodness. Let's just get a handful and start going. And it looks like all but those two and those two. Do you see those? I'm pointing to those two holes there and these two holes here. Every other hole on this side gets one of these ANs. So I'll probably try to speed this part of the video up. Ten. All right, got all those 12 in. 2, 4, 6. Yep, 12. Flip it. And, yep, just like I just flipped it. And we have the outer two, and side 2. Ooh, I've got people coming. We'll take a break. Got some hay to sell. All right, folks, we're back. Sold 10 bales. 10 little 40-ish pound mini rounds. Oh, and I anticipated, I said to myself, this guy might come with a Benjamin. I should have 25 bucks change. Prediction was confirmed. So that's nice. Good way to paying for this, I suppose. What did we pay for this? It was like 140 and change, something like that. 140, 150 for this. Let's keep going. Where was we? Where were we? We are on, is this 14? Isn't this 4? Yeah, the flip. So we already flipped it, and I started putting these in, and I remembered, it's almost 2 o'clock, and I had a buyer supposed to come at 2. He was a little late, but that's okay. All right. Gave me a chance to get out there and open the shed and take a couple pictures of the approaches, so, to help them find me, because they'd never been to that particular location. But they're locals, so when I sent them the pictures, they're like, oh yeah, we know exactly where that is. Love dealing with local folks. They're in the same boat as we are. Anytime, they say that. Everybody says, oh, you can support local and this and that. It's so easy, right, to go on Amazon and buy something from literally halfway around the other side of the planet. But it's true. When you can buy or sell to local people, it's just so, I don't know, it's just rewarding in a way, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good on this side, and that's all it said. So now we need to get this out of the way. Be a little more careful because we got all these little pegs. So I'm going to leave that on the side with 12 pegs. More weight distribution in case one of the pets want to step on it, you know what I mean? We are on several little pieces here. 22, 23, 24, and 25. 22 through 25. Scanning. And I believe they're all of our drawer pieces. So this is 25. And I'm going to put it right where they have it in the picture, as close as I can for orientation. And they have the grooved side like that. So I'm going to put it just like that. And 22 should be a piece similar to that. Oh, there's 22. Yep, that's the first one we needed, right? And it's oriented this way. And 24. They put that one in kind of the middle. 23 goes here in the picture. If I can find 23. And 24 is actually for the drawer slide side facing up. We'll figure that out when we get to it. I think this is right. And then number 23 here, that's going to be the same way. It's going to be the grooved side down. And I think looks just like that. Pretty sure. So now these Q1, we did Q2, that was the outside that goes around this. This is Q1 that goes inside those. So we're dealing with Q1s now. And it does look like it goes right up to this side. And you've got the closed side, open side here, closed side goes to this end over here. And let's see if it would even work if we went down this way. No, the holes don't line up. If we went this way, the holes don't line up. So you should only find one way that works, that the holes line up and it matches the picture pretty darn well, like perfectly. And we're back to those little bitty screws, the N with the odd label. Yours might be different than mine. And just start assembling these. I'm doing number 23 here. And I want to be set pretty low, maybe a 6. What did I say earlier? See, you get in You get distracted by something, and now you're not remembering what you had done. Seemed like 6 is fine. Now, these will allow you to adjust a little bit. I want to be dead center. So I had to back that one out, move it, and then retighten it to get it dead center. And you want it right up, like flush with the end. And I'm going to go ahead and do 24 that same way because it looks like the same with the other slide. Okay. All right, now we're on to 22. So we did 23, 24, 22. I'm sorry. It's going to drive some of you absolutely bonkers. I just did that. But I was just going with the picture, and I already had the screws, so apologies there. I've been in order, and now I'm not in order. What's the expression? Sorry, not sorry, Reese's. For number 22, we're actually going to go back to the ANs. And there's 4 of them. Okay. It appears that we are now done with page 11. Oh, no. 25. I didn't do 25. Here's 25. Almost done with page 11. FD times 1. FD times, which one was that? What's it look like? It looks like just a metal strip. FD. These gold looking strips. So we just need one of them for here. What are these, the handles? Little drawer handles, maybe. Yeah, they're probably little drawer handles. All right. And this goes, well, let me put this on last. Handle last. So we're going to put the AN, again, 4 of them. Now go in there straight. Come on now. That one's not wanting to go in straight. We got it though. Okay. Now, it shows this, and it shows 2 screws, but it doesn't say what the 2 screws are. Is it in the same bag? They are. It's in the bag. Okay. So grab a couple of those screws that's in the same bag as the drawer pulls in FD, and let's go ahead and put our little drawer pull on. It's gold. I don't know. Gold seems awfully 90s, doesn't it? Like the contractor grade even finishes, like subdivision houses from the 90s. They had gold trim on stuff. Was that like a late 80s, early 90s trend, maybe? I mean, I barely remember. Gosh, it's been so long. But it seems like gold. Even like if you watch some of the older, well, even newer, if it's a house renovation and it was a 90s house, they'd be like, somebody went crazy with the gold fitting. Well, that's what it was back in the day. All right. Snug, don't over tighten it. There. Huh? Yeah. That looks sharp. Okay. Now we're done with page 11, step 3. On to, gosh, there's so much. This is going to be like 3 hours of assembly for me probably. And then I'll probably trim it down to like, still be like an hour video. Hopefully I get it down to an hour. Page 12, step 4. I guess before we can do that, we need to move some of this out of the way. Make some room here. Making some room. All right. 26, 27, 28, 30, and 31, and 32 are the pieces we're looking for. This we're continuing with the drawers right now. 26, 27. There's 28 and 29. Oh, it's right there. Gosh. Good thing you weren't a snake. So here's 27, and it shows your groove this way. Groove on 26 is this way in our picture. 28, I got room for 28 and 29. Let's get them down here. 28 in the picture, they have it oriented this way. And they have 30, 32, and 31 are the drawer sides and back, I'm assuming. Yeah. So 30, 31, 32. 30 is oriented this way. 31 is oriented this way. And we're looking for 32 now. Should be about the same size as 31. So we're looking for one just like this. I'm probably looking straight at it. 32. There we go. And it's going to be oriented the same as, again, the same as 31. Here's 30. Okay. So there's pretty close to how they've got it set up on the picture there. Let's start furthest away with 28. Confirm that it is 28 again. Nope, that's 26. 26. This is 28. Okay, so we'll start with 26. And we need a couple dowels. Is all? No way. Maybe for now, that's all. So we got dowels here and here. Whoops, that one went way in. See what I mean? Okay, they're in there for dowels. 27, we need 4 dowels. Here and here. And same on the other side. There and there. Styrofoam bits in our grooves. There we go. Okay, but 27 also calls for N times 3, so the small screws with Q2. So we're on to our next set of drawer slides, and we're putting in the outer of the drawer slides, and Once again, we've got this little lever that we push. Oh, that one came right out. Maybe I did a better job pushing it all the way, that little lever. I showed you already. I was going to show you again, but too repetitive. Okay, so on this one, 27, you can see the locations and your little white bumper stopper. Your bumper stopper 2000, and line up your holes. Grab your 3 screws. There we go. Whoo-wee, I'm getting hungry. Maybe that's because I didn't eat lunch and it's 2:45. I didn't have a huge breakfast either. I had a good breakfast. It was all right. I had too much coffee, and I had some fried potatoes, like fried potato chips, home style, on the skillet. And while I was at it, I had a couple of eggs, a couple of fried eggs. But that's not a huge breakfast by any means. So I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm gonna probably try to just push through to dinner though. I'm trying to lose a couple. Try to run a calorie deficit. All right, that one is done. But I'll leave it there for now. This 26, 27 are done. 28, we need our other Q2, so we're going to take this drawer slide out. Oh, well, this one's being more difficult. Come on. That is so weird. There it goes. That one needed a little extra persuasion. Pro tip, you can magnetize these. Run a decent power magnet over the end of it, and it'll hold on to these little screws for a little bit if the screw is magnetic. Otherwise, you need to get a little closer so you can hold your finger on that screw to hold it there. I say pro tip. I'm not a pro, but you know, I've assembled a few of these type of things. All right, that one also needs dowels, 4 of them. So basically the same as this one was. Okay. 30. Oops. Oopsie daisy. 30. Trying to keep my picture orientation. This is 30. Needs 4 of the ANs. Is done. 31 and 32. I'm changing the configuration a little here just so I can get to them easy. the inner part of the drawer slide. Open end that way. Stomach growling there a little bit. It says, did you not like feel the hunger? Here, let me take it to your ears. All right. Page 12. Done. On to step 5. Oh, what do you see, Sarge? Keeping an eye on your chickens? Probably chilling out in the shade, huh? Just having to find more spots to put this stuff. Put this on top of 14 over here. Sarge did a good job of walking ever so delicately around them, so that's good. Put these on top of those. Condensing. We'll flip this and put it on top of that. Put this one here. That one there. Just free up a little more space. What is it, dog? Oh, we got an Amazon delivery. Imagine that. Shocking. Well, the Amazon driver needed a little help getting out of here. He was able to drive down the driveway just fine, but with 2 feet on either side and a fairly straight driveway, but backing up, most of them can figure it out. He took 4 runs at it and was like, So I moved a little furniture in the driveway so he was able to, with help, do a 3-point turn and get out of here. Anyway, he'll get it, just like anything else, a little practice. He'll figure it out. He might be a newer driver, getting acquainted with the delivery van. So here we go again. Where were we? Distractions. We did page 12 completely, right? Yeah. So we're on to page 13, step 5, and we're looking for part number 33, which is going to be another drawer with a drawer slide or door something or other. There's 33 right there. 33. And we're going to orient it like the picture. 34, right behind me, 34. And we're going to orient that one this way. Hey, buddy. Oh, delivery driver had to go right next door. Hopefully he could turn around in that one because I don't think they're home. And they'd be like, that's your job. So 35 should be this door thing. Yep. With the privacy glass, remember that? And it's going to be oriented. It's got the 2 little screws on each side here. Those are going to be up. Actually, there's 2 little screws here, here, and here. And then you have the actual opener right here. The catch, or not catch, the handle. Yeah. Okay. So we have these 3 that we're putting together. And I'm going to change the lineup a little bit just so I can get along here and you guys have a better view. 33. We need a bunch of our AN screws. I'm just going to dump them out and put the bag. Should have done that a long time ago. Just put the screws like on top of the bag with the number showing if you need it still. At this point, we know what they are. And I need 4 of them. Okay. And they're going to go in 2, 4, 6, just every hole on the top. No, the middle 2 are for the handle. So just 4, yeah, 2, 4. It says 4. Start questioning your sanity halfway through assembly. That's probably normal. No, it doesn't go there. What am I doing? I just said it doesn't go there. You go here. All right. Blame them like it's their fault, right? Let's finish this one out. We need the FD handles. Just 1 for this, right? And 2 of the little bolt screw thingamajigs. Okay. All right. Figure out which way I want to put this. Probably protect the handle. Handle up. I don't feel like I did that. Did I do that? There's like a scuff mark. I don't think I did that. There's nothing on my carpet that would scuff it. Oh well. Maybe like a magic eraser, or, well, my thumb might. My skin seems to be erasing it pretty well. There. Yeah, okay. Something got scuffed on it. It looks like it'll come off the rest of the way if I try. That's 33, 34. We need 7 of our little friends here, ANs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all of the holes will take an AN except for question mark or 2. No. And those. So be careful. There's 4 holes that don't take an AN. So the 2 on this side get them. The 2 on this side get them. And then we have 3 across, we'll call it the top. Like that. So you'll have these 2 and these 2 left. Okay, and speaking of those 2, we need another handle, FD handle, and 2 more of the little screws here, screw bolt things. I'll show you this side this time. I hand start them. Because I really don't want to strip anything. Get them hand started, and then you're good to go. Just make sure you have your torque on a low setting. There we go. Put that one right there. Moving on to 35, our little door, glass door. And have it oriented correctly? No, I do not. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. we need for this location ET, which should be our magnetic catch strip, our little metal strip. Well, for heaven's sakes, where's ET? Phoning home somewhere. Here it is. It got over there. And this had been originally labeled F, but then they, with the marker put in, or not marker, ink pen, made the F and E and put a T there. So I think this is the only thing this is used for, but it comes with 4 screws for this little guy. Oh, that's right. With the catch we put over there. So it comes with 2 extra screws total for the magnetic catch, which is nice. I'm going to put these somewhere I'll lose them. They're almost the same as the N screws, but they are a little smaller. So we're going to put... Now, it does matter which way you put this. You've got a countersunk side and you have a non-countersunk side. You want the countersunk side up so that when you put these countersunk screws in, they are flush with the strip. And I'm going to turn my torque down even more. Oh gosh, it spun. I'm going to turn my torque down all the way. Now, I didn't spin it much, so it's fine. It's tight. But those are very dainty screws. And you know, it's funny. It's countersunk. It's not countersunk enough. So they don't match. It doesn't. They don't go flush. But I guess they go in a little bit. Hopefully enough. Moving on 35. The only other thing we do right now is put on the handle. It looks like we're going to be probably doing those hinges later. So another handle, and it's our last one. So our last FD and 2 screws that come with it. There was a little debris in the hole there I pushed through. A little on that one too. Just some of the particle board that they use this or make this stuff out of. Speaking of particle board, if you were not aware, this stuff, if you get wet, if it gets wet, if moisture gets there, I know it's got a little coating on there that's water resistant-ish, but if water gets in somehow at the seam, or if you scratch it and water gets through the scratch, this stuff will just inflate. It'll be no bueno. You know what I'm saying? No good. So try not to spill water on this. This particle-ish. MDF, maybe they call it. Okay. Done with page 13. On to step 6. And I feel like we are really getting down there on parts. We're probably about done setting the parts up, at least most of them. So we should be getting to like actually put parts together now. Soon. I say that. Oh yeah. We're starting to put them together. Good. Okay. Yay. Number 6. Step 6. All right, what parts do we need? We need some cam locks. So we need the AOs, this bag. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm done with this FD bag. Actually, I'm just gonna take some of these out. Lay down the AO bag and like put it right there on the FD bag maybe, with AO showing. So I've got some accessible. I need number 5, 6, and 7. We're putting together 5, 6, and 7. I've got 6 and 7. You have to say it that way nowadays, apparently. I'm just looking for number 5, which is a bigger one. That one should be easy to find. And it doesn't look like it has any parts in it. We did do something with number 5 before. Okay, I was looking for one that we hadn't done anything with. That's the problem. All right, that took forever just to find the pieces. So we have our 5, which looks like we're going to have this way. Boom, like that. I guess I should keep orienting in the same way. Be like that. And then we're going to put 6 on it first. And it's going to go with these 2 holes facing that way. And we'll go right down on the cam holes like that. Right? But before we do that, we need to put the cams in. So let's grab 2 cams, and then we're going to orient the hole on them down. So we're going to orient that hole, the open end of the cam, down and put that right in there. Open end that way. I just put that in upside down. I sure did. Goodness gracious. There's something to pull this out. You know, they make it dummy proof. I try to prove them wrong every time. Okay. There we go. Open end down. But you need the daggone Phillips facing up. And now we can put it on here like so and use our Phillips drive here. This size is a little small for those, but it should work. Yeah. Showing my lack of flexibility. And we're just going to very slowly, with very low torque setting, that should be all it takes, rotate those to lock them. And I might go up like 2. But it looks like the low torque setting was all it took to rotate those. So now it's locked in place with those cams. And we're going to do the same thing with our number 7 here. And make sure we're orienting the right way. Our groove facing up. And we need to put a couple cams in. The open side is where the open side needs to point so that we can slide it over those pins. So, and then maybe I wasn't quite perfect on that one. There we go. That's on. Making sure that's the only thing need to be done for that portion. And it is. And then it's got arrow to this, what it looks like, and then an arrow showing how you assemble this to number 2 and also number 1 to number 2. So number 2 is one of our big, was 1 or 2 the one that was broken? We're looking for number 2. Oh, this is number 3. Number 2. This is our cracked piece. All right. Let's see if we can try not to break it more. So I've got it oriented just like the picture. And I'm supposed to take this guy like this, the groove pointing that way. I've got the rounded end here on number 2, and this should slide right in like this, but I feel like I'm missing a pin. I feel like there should be a pin there. Every other spot has a pin where it has one of those cam locations, except this one. So I'm going to assume here, Lord help me assuming, that that spot needs a pin. Because it's not a dowel. These 3 are dowels. But this has the cam hole that associates with it. So it needs to have a pin there. So it'll go like this. And then it needs the cams, open end pointing toward the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Is it right now? No, I'm missing a cam. Oh, I was putting it on that side. I need a cam. It's supposed to look like this. I'm missing a cam right here. Right there. How about we try that now? How am I still missing a cam? So I'm putting them on this side sometimes. That's not. Let's just put all the cams in. Sure. Put all the cams in. All the holes for cams, they're just going to get them now. On top and bottom. I'm just putting them on. They'll be on. Cam, 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 missing. Okay. How about now? We are on the struggle bus, that's for sure. Or the cams have to be oriented right. I think it's this one. Yeah. Something ain't wanting to. Oh, okay. It just needed a little pressure. It just needed a little downward pressure, I think. Like the tolerance is pretty tight there, so. And it's almost in, but it's still not quite. I don't want to like force anything here. Take a peek. Everything looks good. Why isn't it going in? Oh, I've got another cam backwards. I did it again. You pop that one out, if I can. I need like a can opener. Like a bottle opener. Would be perfect to pry that little piece, that little cam out. Somehow I managed to put it in backwards. Maybe a little hook. Let me show you. Show you what I'm doing here. If it isn't abundantly clear that I put the cam in backwards again. I don't mind telling on myself. So right here, that cam is in backwards. I'm going to use this little hook. Maybe. Yep. To pull that out of there. Okay. Now, point that down and out. Will it go down now? It's still not wanting to. That is so weird. That is so weird. And wait, how I'll need a stubby screwdriver. I wouldn't be able to get on it straight. The cam turns here. That's very interesting. Daggone, made it the whole way. This whole way without a screwdriver. Now I need a screwdriver. All right, I'll be back with a screwdriver. Oh gosh, I just put all my tools in the garage. Trying to clean up for the wife. I had a party yesterday. She's like, "Get your tools out of the house." So I did. But I need a medium Phillips. Be right back. Okay. Not only found a screwdriver, the right tip size, but it's also stubby, so it'll fit in there just right. I'm hoping just one of these is turned so that it won't drop in, but I just don't know. Should have dropped in there. Oh! There it goes. I just needed to jiggle on the cams a little bit to get them lined up just right. Okay, so now that it's all the way squat down there, just turn till it's snug. And yeah, you're probably going to want a little stubby screwdriver to turn that one. That's inconvenient, but if you don't have one of these, you might need one anyway at some point. All right, so now that those are on, so the crack runs from here through the corner of this. That, I'm really hoping that will do something, like help it a little bit. It'd be better if it overlapped more over that, but we'll just keep moving. Keep moving. All right, so we are done with, no, that's just getting this one. I need number 1 on the rounded side. So let me turn this back to match the instructions again. Rounded side, I need number 1. Number 1. Which one was number 1? Searching for number 1. Be the same size as this one. There it is. This has the magnetic catch on it. Number 1 has the magnetic catch. Okay. Now our picture shows the catch and your 2 spots for cams down here. Cool. Cool. So grab your little cam, put it in right. Open end toward the pin. Phillips head exposed. And it goes all the way out here. Perfect. That one went easy. Turn your cams to lock them. It's just like a quarter turn. About a quarter turn to tighten those down. That's the end of page 14, step 6. So now we're on to 15, step 7. Are we starting with the same piece? I think so. So we start with it just like this, and we get backers, 17 and 18, which are backers. Here's 17, and here's 18. Making progress. And 17 is supposed to go on this side. Does it matter? I don't think so. We're going to slip that. Helps to kind of hold these in and then drop it right into the slit on the bottom. It's going to come out. And then this one goes in over here. And they have you put it in before they have you put the end on, it looks like. These are a little bit bent. So you kind of have to bend them straight. Unbend them. There we go. To get them to go in their new home. There. And this guy's still trying to pop out over here. So that's the top picture of step 7. And then we take number 3, which is the other end, and we put it right over it. Rounded end, matched to rounded end. And we just line everything up. Can we? Gotta make it sound like it's easy. We need to have all the cams in place before we do that. Yep. So before we do that, let's get these last cams in place, for this part at least. This little guy just keeps wanting to shove that over. So I can't wait to get that on top to hold it all together. We already have that one there. All right, yeah, I already placed some of these, so that's good. I just had to place these two. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and place these cams onto number 3, so they're already there. And onto number 2, I'm going to put them there too, okay? I'm just going to do it. You can't stop me. You're yelling at the TV or phone right now. I can't actually hear you. I'm just going to put these in. You can't stop me. Okay. Again, for like 5th time now, pull that back. And now we'll be ready. Line up our pins. And everything should just fall right in, right? Line up my flimsy backer on this side. And everything should go in just perfectly, I'm sure. The backers have that curve to them. They don't want to go in. Come on. That doesn't sound good, but I'm actually, this is gentle, believe it or not. And I'm wondering, that backer just does not want to stay in the groove. for me. And then I might need to jiggle the cams, remember, if they're not perfectly lined up. So let's see. Oh, there goes. There it goes. I think it was just the one that wasn't lined up. Hopefully it was just the one. Come on. Come on. The backer not wanting to be in the right spot for sure. That cam doesn't seem to matter which position it's in, it's not moving. Ha ha, I got that one. That didn't sound good. It was the backer going in again. That sounds terrible when the backer goes in. It sounds like you broke something, but I don't think I did. So if you heard that, you probably didn't break anything either. The backer just has a slight curve to it, and it's got to be straight to fall into that groove. That was the backer too. Quarter turn on all these cams. Should get you tight. And don't forget the one back here in that tiny spot that you really helps to have the stubby. Guys, now we're really cooking. Cooking with diesel? No. Who cooks with diesel? What am I talking about? Who cooks with diesel? I guess you could. But it's cooking with gas? Is the expression cooking with, now we're cooking with gas. I don't know. I'm old school, like not even charcoal old school. I like using wood. My little grill has a smoker side where you put those, you know, and I put hardwood in there. If I've got some apple like prunings from the spring, well, you're supposed to prune your apple tree in what, the winter? I don't know. If you got some, put that on there for flavor. Okay, instructions, now what? What do we do now? 3 is on. And we've got our power. Are they wanting just to do power now? I think AT. Is AT the power? Yes, it is. They're wanting us to go ahead and put our power strip in there. Next. Okay. I'm sure they've got good reason for doing that now. It said to do it in order, didn't it? So I'm gonna do what I was told. All right. So we're gonna feed this line through, and it actually does let you put it either way. I think. Yeah, it should. Yep, it lets you put it either way. Does it have a recommended orientation? It does, but it's hard to make out. Yeah, they got to go in the other way. It doesn't matter. This is going to be standing up this way, I'm pretty sure. Rounded in at the top, right? Where's our reference picture? Yeah, rounded in at the top. So, because this is the top part of the whole apparatus, the whole vanity, top part of the vanity. So looking at it, The picture, it doesn't look like outlets. They're just little rectangles. If I'm looking at this right, I've got it backwards. But depending on the style, listen to this. This should make sense to everybody. Sometimes you know how you put in the outlet and you just wish it was the other way. You can pull this out and turn it around the other way so that your whatever your plug is will fit better. Because some of them are designed to to go. Some people think like this is up, but it's just as right to go this way. So check your actual plug and do it the way you see fit. Or where are? It didn't come with screws? Yes, it did. No, it didn't. Well, maybe that's the leftover two from before. Remember the leftover two from our magnetic strips? What do you bet? Does it say? No, it says use the ends. It says, yep, use your end screws. So we're using our end screws again. Okay. Need two of those. Cool. And I got my little stubby right here, so I'm just going to use my stubby. Oh, she's going to love this. At least I hope so. I'll let you know, like, in the description if she ends up not liking it. But I think she'll like it. Anyway. That's the end of page 15. We're cruising now. Page 16, step 8. I guess we're going to have to start assembling the base, right? Is that what we're doing next, maybe? I don't know. Let's just kind of slide this out of the way. More out of the way. Yeah, number 12. Number 12. Right there. Number 12. And we want the drawer slide like this to match the picture, my perspective. We need 15, 15, and 16. Well, I just put the 15s over here. I remember that. Hey, I remember where something was. 15, 15, and 16 should be the... Is that the same size? Looks like it's about the same size. $16. 15, 15, and 16. 15. Should go... What am I looking at here? Is it... It looked like here at first, but now I'm looking at it like, no, this is probably supposed to go right here. The picture's, not helping me a ton there. So cams, let's put cams in, which I've proven I'm not perfect at, but the open end goes toward the pin. Lock it. Okay. 16. Load up all of 16's cams. We're just going to load them all up. That one might be off a smidge. There. There. All these cams should be good. And this one, the finish side should be pointing down on this one, I think. And I did miss one here, didn't I? No. Stay in there now. And the other 15 needs its cams. And this one can literally go either way because you've got finished trim on each side and unfinished on each of these sides. Some of them are having that nice satisfying click at the end and some aren't. You should feel it turn and then, oh yeah, I'm just not going quite enough. Nice little satisfying click at the end where it really locks in. Let me go back and make sure I got that on all of these. Okay. What's next? All right, so we got the top image done on step 8 on page 16. Now we need number 13 to go onto this. And 13 should be the opposite of this. So it should be this one. Yep. And the drawer slide will mirror that drawer slide. And we already put all the cams in, yes? Good. So we're ready to go ahead and lower this on. Line it up. Lower it down. Hopefully everything lines up. And we don't want to give it too much persuasion because it's just particle board, y'all. It's not, you know, the strongest stuff in the world. Little backhand tap there, huh? And we're down on all three cross members, I guess. Get our little stubby. Quarter turn. And look for the click, or listen for or feel for the click. Right there on the corner, a little chip. It's at the back. You know, it's going to be against the wall. I'm sure we'll do worse in the future, but hopefully the top maybe extends over just a smidge. We'll see. We'll see how it does. Okay. The picture shows us not tipping it up. I want to tip it up. Like, I feel like it'd be easier to put the top on it, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and gently tip this up now. so that I can put the top on this. All right. Sorry, not sorry. That's the way I'm doing it. They show it on its end still. We're looking for number 8. As my shorts tried to grab the corner. Be careful around this thing. Number 8. Is that right? It looks like a number 8. I'm telling you, it looks like a number 8. However, it ain't got any of the holes that it would need to have. And right here, it's showing 8. At least it looks like a number 8 to me. Right there, that looks to me like a number 8. But I don't think that's the right part. I think, is it maybe this one? It's got a groove for a backer. Well, that's not big enough either. See, that just go right in there. I'm going to have to take a break. They're all home. And I don't want the one that this goes to see it. So I'm going to tell them go swim in the pool or something. What you do, if I want you to zoom, you hit the 0.5 and you drag it down. Okay. Okay. And that's how you zoom in and out. See that? Mm-hmm. So if you want to zoom back out later, you take it and you zoom out. See that? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're starting right here. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you can pan up and down as needed. All right. So I have a camera lady. My youngest is camera lady now. She just waved at you through the back of the camera. And I think we might be going off script now because it was asking us for a number 8 panel. It's not. So on top of this, we're going to go with this number 14. And we got a dowel pin here and here. We're going to put another matching dowel pin here and here. And then we're going to be able to go ahead and put this down. Do I have cam locks all the way around? I do not. Let me grab the cam locks. And camera lady, if you want to pan into not pan in, zoom in to 0.75 maybe. So you're zoomed in a little bit more for detail. Oh, I cut myself. As my sister would say, oh my gosh, I cut myself. All right. I don't know what I did there. Somewhere along the line, got caught on something sharp. Oh my heavens, we're buying everything. Oh, I see dark beer. They want me to make them yakisoba for sure. All right. Should be ready. Cam. And that went right in there pretty easy. Awesome. Stubby. Tighten these cams down. Okay. Did I ever turn this on? Good. Every once in a while I have that moment where I'm like, oh shoot, did I even turn the mic on? We've had a few distractions today. All right. There. It's just the 4 to hold that top down. Let's see if we get back on the right track, huh, camera lady? So it says it's an 8, but no, this was, what did I say, the 14? Yeah. So this was the 14. Hey, everybody's bound to make a typo here and there, right? So moving on now. Now we're going to want it back on its side because it looks like we're putting our casters on. So let's put it back down. It shows the side, but we'll put it on the back. And we can put our casters, question mark. I don't see a spot to put them. X. X is the pad. Look at this. I found another typo here. Yeah, don't move it. I'll move it. So we have the bottom of this thing. Yeah, that's correct. Huh. We got this bottom of this thing showing little round things like going in the bottom, and it's X. It's just like a foam sticky pad. That's not X. Maybe you're supposed to cut them into circles, or are they in circles? They are. Okay. If you actually take the daggone thing out, they're cut out into circles. Okay. Well, where do the casters go then? Oh, there's probably cross members and those attached to that. Still then, what do you need this? I don't know. We'll just keep going. Just keep going. That looks awfully big for that. I'm going to put this right back in here. We're going to hold off on X. Yes, we are. Something ain't right. With 8 being misnumbered, like, am I doing something wrong here? I don't think so. Keep moving. All right, we're on page 17, step 9 now. And I'm still very confident in the way I'm putting this together. They're wanting us now to attach that to this. And they're still wanting us to do it on its side. Okay. We can do that. I manage that cord though. Make sure the camera lady can see us here. All right. You know, our dowel pin's in. Looks like we just made her up. Then what's that? What's way out here for? Reference picture. Oh. Okay, there's something else that comes in there, like a flip-up storage spot. That's neat. Okay. Slide this up. See, I'd rather just put it on from above, but... Oh, we got our backer coming out again. That's what it is. Come on. See, gravity would be helping me if I had this tipped up. What would you do? Flip it up. I'm telling you. And I can't get to the back of the backer, which is down. That backer just doesn't want to cooperate. So yeah, we're gonna do it my way. Already easier. And then you can see my backer's not letting me down. So I got to push that in. And now, a little gentle persuasion perhaps. Maybe a jiggle of the cam. There it goes. That was the backer. I'm sure you heard that. Clicking that backer down in there better. Click. There, all the way down. Okay. Looking pretty good, huh? All right. Now on the back side, it says Y times 8. Why are these little almost clear plastic pieces? So we're going to be putting them on the back to shore it up some. Little supports. And they'll be used in conjunction with our end screws again. And are there predetermined locations? According to the instructions, the wire gets louder. It gets loud around here when there's other people. And some folks in this establishment don't care to be quiet. They just slam doors and whatever. Grab a few screws. Whoa, that's too many. Perfect. So I'm looking where it says to put these Ys. And top, middle side. There. So, yep. And that makes 8. She might have tried to be quiet on that one. I don't know. I'm going to pretend that she tried to be quiet on that one. Were you? What? Now she looks like she's like, what? I didn't hear what he said. You were being loud. I shut the door because there was a chicken underfoot. So you slammed the door because there was a chicken? Underfoot, yes. So I went back and I closed the door. Leaning backwards. So how does this go? Oh, I think yes, it slips. It's supposed to slip into that groove with the backer. Yep. Well, that's pretty nice. So it's going to help hold the backer in place. least that's the idea. So it's got that really thin piece there. That goes in between. It goes here in there. And then you toenail the screw in, and it helps to hold it in place. And it doesn't have to be perfectly centered because nobody's going to see the back of this. Those are in. Next is going to be next page. Hey. Page 18, step 10. And we're going to be putting this piece together. Piece that goes up top here. Is the lighting okay? Do I need to boost the lighting a little bit? I got this little portable guy from Ryobi. Woo! There. Is that a little better? So let's see about this now. 9, 9, 10, and 11. 9, 9. 10 and 11. Oh, those were these. Pretty sure. Yep, 10 and 11. All right. Oh, I lost my spot. Page 18. So I think I'll put these together on the ground. Can you pan down here, girl? Camera lady. Can you see down here? Are you zoomed in too much? No. Okay. We'll put this together down here. Need some cams. So the 9s are the front and the back. And like this. They mirror each other. They're going to be just like that. And we're going to put all our cams in. Okay. And turn the corner cams. Not getting that satisfying click. Oops. I missed this side. I'm not doing these right now anyway, but I'd like to get them in. Ping. There. Try to get that satisfying click. I just got it on that one. No. Kind of on that one. Okay. I'm satisfied they're tight. Now that we've got this on there, we just set it in here. And get them lined up, they should drop right in. Kind of like that. A little harder than I'd like it to be, but they didn't want to go right away. And now we're going to turn those four. Okay, next step. We're on page 19, step 11. And looks like we're going to be up top with a shelf for in here. Says number 4. And I think that's an adjustable shelf that you have 3 different locations to put it at is what it looks like. Let's go back to our reference photo. No, it can't be because it's got a door. Oh, the door goes over the whole thing. So inside the door, you'll have an adjustable shelf on the inside. Okay. A little metal push pins there. And as Wifey just said, usually if you're not sure what you're going to do with it, just put it in the middle and you can always adjust that shelf later. Personally, I like a shelf that's narrower and a shelf that's taller. So I'm going to do that. If I can get this back out. Oh my heavens. Nope. Too late. I'll need a daggone vice grip to get that out. So your 4 pins in, whatever shelf height you want. And this can actually go either way because it's symmetrical. Start it at an angle, drop it down. And it's got a little side-to-side action there, doesn't it? Okay, that's fine. I'd prefer if it was a little tighter than that, but it is what it is. Okay. Oh, we still had more of these, the Ys. Why do we have more Ys? I suppose we'll be using them somewhere else later. Yeah, we've got more backers. Oh, for the drawers. So we'll just put those right there for now. Okay. And we've got, moving on. Wow, that was not much for page 19. That was fast. Page 20, step number 12. We have ES. And I think ES, no, that's H. ES, oh, yeah, ES looks like an F until you get close and remember they modified it. So no, that's FS. They want ES. So they corrected some of these, but if I'm looking at the picture, this is ES, and you'll see it's marked F ink S. They just didn't put the ink part of the E on the bottom. So slightly confusing there. But even though it says FS, this is in fact ES. And we're going to put, there's 4 of these, and they are the hinge for the door. And I would think you'd put them all like that, and then attach your door to, yeah, like that. But there's 4. Oh, right, because this is a flip top. So you'll have that one here. Like that for the flip top. Okay. BS times 4 are these tiny little clear plastic circles that you probably can't see. And they are just, when you close your lid here, they'll soften the blow. So you're actually just going to place each. Looks like they have one about an inch back from here. And then the others are going to go maybe an inch or 2 in front of the hinge point. Maybe 2 inches in front of the hinge point right there. Nice. Done with that piece. Next, so we're on the bottom of page 20. They want us to go ahead and get the flip, or the door. So we're going to get our door here, and we're going to use the end screws, and we're going to attach to our hinge, and then you slip this in. What do you think? You slip this in and then screw it in? What do you think, camera lady? I'm right there with you. Maybe. And is it going to even go in there? It's not looking like it's wanting to go in there. There's actually almost an 1/8 of an inch gap between the pivot and this board, and same up here, so much so that this is too tall to fit in between there. So if that happens to you, you're going to need to modify. So we've got our drill set. This is unfortunate, but usually you got to end up changing something. So I'm going to see if I have a bit. I think this one's the right size. Perfect. I'm just matching up the peg to this drill bit. Relatively, we're just drilling these holes a little bit deeper so that it'll set in there all the way. And I'm going to take this out to get on a square. I still can't get on a square because this is in the way. So probably check that before you put it in there. It's not too late. I can't get square on it. So I'm just going to go a little bit. I don't want to punch all the way through or anything, but see if that does the trick. Oh yeah, that will. I might have gone a little too far, but it'll at least go in there. And I'll put this back in. Door. There we go. Oh, I need to switch back to my... Here we go. Whoo! It's still... It's going to go. Just barely. That's snug. Could you hold this, babe?
Me?
Yeah, would you mind being on camera for a second?
I might be having a good hair day. I don't know.
All right. Not bad. All right. And then it's got round holes we put it in. Then it's got square holes. But it says just to use, it just says to use an end screw for all of them. So, okay. I don't know what's up with the square holes. But I guess it makes them slightly adjustable. So check it, make sure your door closes right. Check the gaps all the way around. That looks perfect right there. It's up against there. That'll rub off if it needs to. But yeah, just barely touches right along here. It slides by without much incident. So that's fine. Now it's saying number 8, and I believe them because that looks like what we're looking for. Remember our number 8 they said was this one? No. It's going to be our flip top. What are you thinking, babe? Does it look kind of nice? So we're going to put this right here. And looks like this should actually be pounded down. That's not the way it looks in the picture when you're putting in the ES, the pivots, the hinges. They make it look as though you're going to put it in. Can you zoom in? Or is it still zooming? See if I can get the hinges to go with. Maybe. Can you see that, camera lady? And once again, these holes for the hinge pins aren't drilled in far enough. Go into these pinholes just a little bit, and I really don't want to come out the other side. Just a little bit. Better take a little, see if it works. Now you could also put masking tape on your drill to mark the depth you want to go in. Let's try that. See if that gets them in a little further. try again. Oh, we were close. Did I get it? Nope. Come on. You don't want to force it in because you'll be pushing out on the walls. Another thing you could do is actually file down where this pin would go. So you could actually, right here, run a file. I'm almost tempted to do that rather than to drill through the sides. But I ain't no chicken, right, Mama? I mean, that's in all the way now. And where did I put the other one? There it is. So they're both in all the way flush with the walls. If that's not enough, then I'll have to file some off, but it should be enough. Yep. Darn tootin'. So I guess, yeah, it was that way. You just have to stick this in there. All right. Good. What do you think? Now, before you throw the other two screws in, make sure, again, that it opens and closes. Oh, that's perfect. Why is there a mark on there? That's my blood. Little blood right there. It stopped bleeding. It didn't bleed much. Right at like the just above the cuticle. And that was not enough torque to get that screw to seat. So we're going to turn it up a little. A little bit more. We're up to 8 now. No, 9. There. Hey, that's pretty slick. Isn't that nice? That's nice. A little sawdust action, that's all. Okay. Moving on. We're done with that. We're done with that. So we're on page 21, step 13. We're putting together the drawer, I think. Man, we're getting there. Keep saying that. We're getting there. 22, 23, 24 were those, I think. 22. 23. No, that's 24. And 23. Good. So we're going to assemble this drawer. These drawer slides need to face out. like this. No. Like this. But I need to put cams in them. That'd be helpful if I put cams in them. Yeah, these need to be facing out, and the grooves should be on the inside bottom for your drawer bottom to go into. Good grief. There we go. There we go. Like that. Tight. And the bottom is which number? Number 20. Slip that in your groove. Try to keep it in the groove. If they're a little crooked, you're going to have to persuade them into position. And then at the top here, the way I have it, that bottom should push just a little bit above these. And now we're going to get the front of it, which is already assembled, and that is number 25, which shouldn't be this one. Should be a little bit, smaller. This way. Groove on the bottom to match. Make sure your backer goes in. And then turn your cams. There's your drawer. A little resistance pushing in the first time, but now it feels good. Closes to about there, and then you push it, and it kind of locks it in. Nice. Okay, now what? We're done with page 21. Page 22, step 14. Excuse me. I guess that was the step of them showing me pushing that in. Z times 59. Z times 15. What's... No, 59 of whatever Z is was L with a line crudely turning it into a Z. So you've got little covers, which is very tedious, and I probably will pawn that off on someone else. But yeah, they're just little white stickers. Yeah, just little stickers. And you can see all of our cams will get covered. Can you see this, camera lady? Right here. We're just going to cover all of those with a little white sticker. Okay. Well, that's nice. So we can do that later. That's a whole lot of stickers. Next up for actual assembly, are we getting really close? Page 23, step 15 is going to show H, and H are recommended so that you don't have this thing tip over and fall on somebody. So what you're going to do is they have a spot right here, a little hole right here, that you're going to, and it's an adjustable slot. So if the wall's a little bit further away, depending on your trim, you put a screw there loosely, put it in place, screw it to the wall, and then tighten your screw on the cabinet. And that's going to keep it from tipping forward. Very nice. So that's optional. We can do that later if we want to. Okay. Still moving on. We can do that later if we want to. It's optional. I'm not sure if I want to put holes in my wall. And we've got, what's she now, 14, right? She shouldn't be crawling on or pulling this thing down. So even if a cat hopped up on it, I don't think it'll tip. So we're going to go ahead and move on. But this is what the page looks like because, you know, we want to make it scary. Like hazard sign. We don't want this thing tipping. So, yep. Page 24, step 16. Step 16. We need 26, 27, and 28. Oh, cams. Let's go ahead and throw cams in everywhere. Screws that go all the way into it. Probably those wood screws over there. Yep. The K's. We're going to use the K's to secure that. These guys right here. So let's go ahead and, I guess, tip this like they said to. Hey, that one actually went in easy. First one that went in easy. Sorry, folks. They got it. Oh, for heaven's sake. They've got it turned this way.
Oh boy, project.
See, that's why I don't like it on the bottom, because you got this silly backer that they're always bent. A little extra persuasion, I guess, would work. I don't know. That looks very wrong to me. But I'm following the instructions. You can see there's overlap here, but that's where your casters will go, so they must be low enough to get below that. Oh, this is the top of it where the cushion would go. You'd sit on this. Okay, so I'm still good. Of course, the backer came out again. Umpteenth time. K4. Yep. Okay. So now we can do our 4 screws on this side. $29 is going to go here. Backers being difficult. Again. There. So now we're on the bottom of page 24. And we need the casters. So I think we should be putting our end screws here first and then our casters, it looks like to me. Yep. Huh. Caster screws, or the caster holes, I should say, do not line up. Do any of them? No, it does not. So our caster holes don't match our pre-drilled locations. I can get 2, but the other 2 are off, no matter which orientation I try on any of them. So their drill pattern was wrong. Shocked face. Well, we've only run into a few issues. Just drill in. Don't have to have a pre-drill spot there. Just drill them right in. That's jiggly. Why are you jiggly? I never torqued it down, I guess. The cam locks. Okay. Cushion. Oh, that's nice. You replace that if it ever gets it. And it's got an adhesive strip. Look at that. I'm getting ahead of myself, but
Mine like 2 pieces left.
yeah. So it's got an adhesive tape to glue down, and then it's Velcro from there. And I would say the zipper should be back here so you don't catch it on your leg. Kind of. It is kind of. All right. There we go. Still not done. Could you grab me that piece over there? Please and thank you. And I'm missing a side. Is there a side? No, not that. No. Hmm. $31, $30, $33, and $32. 31's on this side. No cams. Need cams. Wife helping me out with the cams. Trying to get this done, I have been requested to make yakisoba, which is like my signature dish apparently, for dinner at least. Page, part number 21. By the way, these do have a curve. I always like the curve up, facing up, because over time the weight will push it back down. Does that make sense? Kind of, sort of, maybe? Of course, it doesn't want a seat because of the backer. So I put it in the backer to get it to fall in there. cam locks. Nice. That's done. Now what? We are, again, the stickers over the cam locks. We can have somebody else do that. The seat, the foam seat, we already put on. Back, we're going to do the same thing with the Y brackets, which are somewhere. They push in and keep the play out of it, so the backer doesn't rattle around. It has a little strength too. I may have missed it, but I think I'd like to use them on the bottom of the drawer. To help solidify that. If you want to help, you can hold this up on that side. Oh, hold it up. Hold it up. See, I can slip these in here. I'll give them a little more strength. I think that's the last ones I had of those. So that's good. There we go. Casters do lock if you want them to. If you have a few parts left over, it's probably a good thing. They usually do send extras. Drop one down a heater register or something. And they do come with H. I already showed you to secure it to the wall, but they also have little hooks for the side. Mama, do you think she'd want little hooks for the side? I got the drill locations for them. Go with BH, the screws BH. And that little baggie. Originally marked BN, and they ink penned it. These holes are a little bit too close together. That's all right. And they gave you 6, even though they needed 4. That's okay. I'll take extra hardware. All right, so what was left is attaching for the wall, and I think that's straightforward enough. I'll show you again. I'm going to give you drywall anchors for the other side. But you just put that right there and anchor to the wall. If you can hit stud, you're better off than using drywall anchors any day. The drywall anchors will just yank through eventually. We probably won't use these. Maybe, we will, maybe. Try it in one spot, make sure we like it there before we drill it into the wall. Then of course we can come back and do all the beautification as far as covering the cam locks with the little round stickers and taking this plastic off. I really kind of want to do that now. Ooh. Quality control issue maybe. Let's see this. Is that broken? Or is that a film? That's broken. Let me show you a little minor issue here. So on this door, I thought this was a film. That's actually outside of it. Like, it's not in the groove properly. Babe, we'll hold this. See if I can fix that. But it actually appears to be broken. Yeah, it's cracked on this side. There's no film. There's no film to take off. I thought there was. It's just... See that? It's just busted. And I'm struggling to get that back in the groove. There it goes. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. There. I don't think that's a film. That was just not in there. I think. Okay. All right. It's cracked on the edge, but it's inside there, so it doesn't matter. You got a little rubbing. Not bad. Not perfect. Real tight in a couple spots. That's good though. Not too shabby. Alright. You want to give it a walk around? Mm-hmm. Oh, mirror. Did it even mention the mirror in the instructions? Maybe it's not like on the... Did I miss the back page? Damage claim instructions. Here you go. So if you wanted to return that because of that cracked part, do not discard box or original packaging. In case of return, item must be returned original box. Won't be accepted without it. If they even want it back. Did I see anywhere in here anything about a mirror? I don't think I saw anywhere in here a mention of the mirror. I'm guessing though. See how it's got that glue residue? I wonder if you're like supposed to heat that up or something and then stick that? I don't. That seems janky. But wouldn't you think it'd be on that? Mm-hmm. Or do you think it would be glued back here?
No, the makeup and stuff would be in there.
Well, see the curved shape. The curved shape would make me think it would match that, right? Mm-hmm. So the mirror, it's got like some adhesive stuff there and there, but you're going to want to find some kind of an adhesive for that. They make Gorilla Glue for glass. So you're gonna have to find that on your own, and then just match the shape-ish.
Like two-sided tape.
Like that. Well, I'd use Gorilla Glue. And then you'd have that in. So I guess that's the last thing that they didn't mention that I can think of. You just got to peel stickers off and get it in position. Do you want to give it a walk around? Final assembled walk around. Very nice. And then drawers. The whole thing comes out. Give that bottom one a little tug so it doesn't pull the whole thing out. Not too shabby. And just kind of line that up so it. Yeah. I imagine she'll probably put like nail polishes or something there. I don't know. So we still got to put this on, but let's get it in position. Thanks for watching this incredibly long video. Oh my heavens. Because it's been like 4 hours of video, I'm pretty sure. Good. See y'all later.